Hello, studio. We are doing a studio vlog. Let's get into it. You coming in? I'm closing the door. Come on in. Come. Good girl. Okay, we haven't vlogged this way in a little while. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In case you're new here, my name is Fiona and I'm a full-time artist. And on this channel, I take you along on my artistic journey. So we work on projects here in the studio. We go out to see art exhibits. I share art supplies with you, basically anything art related. So if that sounds like something you're into, please like and subscribe. It's one free click for you, but makes a big difference for my channel, and I would really appreciate it. So we haven't done a little studio vlog in a while, and it is a good moment. If you haven't seen my announcements video, I will link it below, but I have quite a lot of art things coming up, and so I've decided to dive back into painting. So last night I took some time and I laid in the backgrounds for 2 paintings. And this is me specifically working on my curation for London. So I kind of laid out existing pieces that I had and then paintings that I thought could help enhance the booth. And yeah, this is what I'm thinking. So I'll show you what I already have in the other room. Let's go take a look at that. Oh, Small World Matcha. Unmatched, the best. So as usual, I'm using the second bedroom here. Some paintings that are already done and a dog. I wish you could come with me to London. Anywho, I have these 2 small guys. This one, dark blue painting here, and then I have this one. I have about 19 feet, a little bit more than that overall booth size, but the back wall I can fit like my larger paintings, and then I'm working to see if I can do these in a combination with it. We will see how that turns out. And then this on a side wall, and then another side wall with some ceramics. So that's what I'm thinking. Sorry, it's really dark today because we're going to be getting a snowstorm. But what I'm thinking is I want to do a traditional super bloom because I feel like it represents like the origins of this whole thing, and they always do well. So I want to showcase that, and it will match the smaller size teal super bloom. This one is a smaller version to speak to the large one with the dark blue background. And then I have sort of the 2 goldy ones. So I feel like they each have a match for something. The only one that will be really different is sort of that more pinky neutral one, but I'm okay with that. So I'm going to keep working on my booth curation, but I know that I wanted to include these 2 paintings, so I'm definitely going to keep working on them. I've also ordered frames, so those should be arriving hopefully within the next 3 weeks, because since this all has to get shipped to London and it has to go through customs and this whole thing, I need to have this done before anything. Like my ceramics, I'm going to bring over in a suitcase in my carry-on, and I can bring some smaller works, but this stuff has to be done because it has to be shipped and it needs like a full month to get there. So we are going to get cracking on this. The other thought that I had is in my booth, I might create a sign that says Super Bloom to hang above it, just to sort of bring people in. And people really like the title of the series, so I figure it might be interesting in the booth. But anyway, we'll keep working on booth curation. What needs to happen is painting. Let's get into painting. be back tomorrow to do more. See you then. Good morning, friends. I woke up this morning feeling anxious and stressed. I'm whispering also because mom is still asleep and I don't want to wake her up, but yeah, I just woke up feeling completely overwhelmed by my to-do list, and it's just like that thing of I have so many things to do for this fair, and a lot of things are due today. Like, I have to send over a lot of forms. I still have to secure like insurance, not only like travel insurance, but then insuring my work for over there. Because when you do the American fairs, they have a company here and they just automatically set it up for you. But over there, you have to get it yourself. So I have to figure that out today. I have to contact the shipping company. Yeah, there's like a couple forms, like I might have to order an extra light for my booth because it's like actually a bigger booth than what I thought. Like I didn't remember what I applied for. So there's all of that. And then, you know, it's like I want to just spend all day painting, but I have to do laundry. I have other administrative stuff I have to do. It snowed, so I'm going to take Zelda out. We're going to play in the snow for a little bit. I'm going to make myself a breakfast and some coffee to get caffeinated because, yeah, all the thoughts in my head were swirling, so I didn't sleep well. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just did this whole thing and I wasn't even looking at you guys. Like, I've just been looking at the ground and all around. See, I'm just like, okay, Zelda, play in the snow, coffee, breakfast, and then we can lock in. Let's do it. We could do this today. We could do this. Okay, we are showered, fed, and watered, and the morning light in the studio is so nice, and I love it so much that I think I'm gonna paint for maybe another hour or two, and then this afternoon I'm gonna lock in to do my administrative work because this light, you can't. I think I can maybe finish the dot details. Let's do this. Sitting here. What's all that? And I'm working on my booth curation. Originally, I was gonna have these on the back wall and this, but when I was looking at all of it together, I don't know, I just prefer a cleaner layout. There was like a lot of gaps in the grid because a lot of these are different sizes. So I thought if I put Super Bloom, this one in the middle, These two super blooms are the same width, so at least then I'm gonna get even spacing on the sides. And then since this is centered, I could do a row of my favorite ceramics. I could do little flowers in one of the vases. And then to sort of take up the gap space here, I could do like 3 smaller framed works. And then I'd move the 2 squares over here and have a print browser underneath. And then over here, I would have the one horizontal painting, and then this shelf, I would have my iPad showing my work process, my business cards, and then maybe some more ceramics. But yeah, this is where I'm kind of leaning. Also, I see a lot of people would do their handle underneath their name, so I want to try for that. And then I thought it'd be nice to have the title on here. I've never done that for a booth before, but I feel like it might bring people in, since it's going to be floral themed and then there will be flowers here. It could look nice. So, yep, this is what I'm thinking. So with that said, it means that I'm gonna have to do some smaller works. I already have one, so let me show you guys that. This is sort of the size I'm thinking. And I thought there could be room for 3 here, and that could look nice, and then people know I have some smaller works available. These 2 on the sidewall. This painting would fall off, so this would no longer be shown, which I'm okay with. I'm more in favor of having a cohesive curation than trying to force stuff in. Where the other option is to hang it on the opposite wall with the longer one underneath. Let me take a look at that. Booth curation, so fun. I feel like, I'm not sure. It might become too much. Just having this with some smaller stuff. I don't know. I feel like I always am very good at like being like, okay, I have this like cohesive look and feeling for the back wall, and then the side walls, I don't want to be like they become an afterthought, but I think I always agonize over like what to do with them. Like I always want the most prominent stuff to obviously be on the back wall, and then the side walls I'm kind of like, because like, I don't know, people are always going to like that back wall, not the sides, and maybe it's because of how I curate it. I don't know. But anyway, I have to think about that a little bit more. But yeah, I'm kind of just giving myself a little bit more work to do because I have to do some smaller paintings, but it should be okay. I can, and these frames I can pick up from the art supply store. So yeah, so much to do. So much to do. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Let's get back into it. Good morning. I have been making progress on this painting for London, and I've decided on a curation, which is good. I shared it on Instagram. There was a layout my mom had suggested, and then when I posted it for people to vote on like her idea versus my idea, she voted for my idea. Am I being trolled by my own mother? Anywho, we are going to keep working on this painting. I'm getting more and more excited for London. There's definitely feelings of overwhelm, but I'm checking things off one by one. So I emailed the shipping company yesterday, and I'm hoping to hear back from them today. I also received an email today that my green card is being renewed. So that's good news. And yeah, I played in the snow with Zelda. We just had some more playtime. We came back inside. I've had breakfast, a coffee. Like, we are ready to go. So let's paint. not sure if I'll come back up tonight and keep working or if I'll just rest for the evening because I've been on this all day. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon because tomorrow morning I'm going to a talk. So the author of this book is giving a talk tomorrow morning. So that's where I'll be tomorrow morning. But then I'll come and do some studio time then. All right, see ya. Hi friends, I am back in the studio. I was out all day because I went to the talk at Morris Arts. And as you can hear, Zelda is very playful because I was not here today to play with her. And now I'm trying to work. Even though we played in the snow outside and went on a walk for about a half hour. But that's not enough for a corgi. Anyway, yeah, I was out most of the day because I went to that artist talk at Morris Museum by Susan Maximin, who's the author of Your Brain on Art. So it was very, very interesting. I had never been to Morris Museum and didn't know like just how much work they had there. So it was really cool because after the talk, they let us do like free touring around the galleries, and then there was someone giving a guided tour of their sculpture exhibition that they have up right now, and it's all New Jersey artists, which is really nice to see. But it was cool. It was very, very cool. I ran into some people I know. Shout out to Beth, who's one of the artists I did a studio tour with. She was there. And then shout out to my friend Jennifer Romaines, who she's someone I went to art school with. And it was really nice to reconnect with her. And she'd said that she'd found out about the talk because of my top 10 favorite art book video. So I'll link the video below if you want to check out that video. But it was really nice to see her and catch up and just talk about, you know, the art world. And then I was looking around the museum and I kept thinking about Donna's exhibition, Donna Payton, who I also did a studio tour with, and just thinking how like her work is like done and ready for like a show in a museum like that. And I was just thinking about her, and she texted me and was like, "Hey, I'm in town. Do you want to get lunch?" And I was like, "Okay." So when I headed back to here, I went and I grabbed lunch with her, and we talked a lot about art and how her show is going, and just like a whole assortment of art related stuff. And it was really, really nice. But yeah, when I came back, I was like, wow, I'm really tired. And I had to lay down in bed for a little bit. But then Zelda was like, you're not going to lay down. You're going to give me dinner early, and then we're going to play, and we're going to go for a walk. So now I'm even more tired. And then I was like, I thought I could maybe get in a nap before all of that and do work after. But it's fine. I'm just going to do this. The other thing is I have stuff in my inbox business wise that I have to deal with. So that's always a thing. And it's like, it's that hard thing where it's like things I don't have answers for. So, like the shipping company that I want to use for London, like I'm trying to use like the fair who their partner is, because that'll just make things easier. But they're like, oh, like, will you be shipping it yourself? And I'm like, I mean, I thought that's what you guys do, but I guess since they're based in London, they'll be there to receive it, but I have to do it all myself. And when I did the LA fair, I did package and ship my stuff myself, but I was shipping it to like a friend who received it, and I just used FedEx. And anytime I see the London artists do international and come over here, they always have these big wooden crates. And I know that's how people will typically like do their stuff. They'll have a crate built and ship it. But I've literally never had a crate built for my work. So, like, what I always used was like the Home Depot TV boxes. But I think in this case, since it's going international, I'll have to get a crate built. And then I'm like, what size crate do I get built? Because I'm not done with the work. So I was kind of sitting there, looking at my computer, like, I don't have the answers to these things yet. So I just decided to come in here and work on this. Because I know yesterday I wanted to finish the layer I'm currently on, but I did not come back upstairs after dinner. So I'm going to finish this layer now and do what I said I would do last night. And then I can kind of rest and regroup and address all that stuff over the next few days. The thing is, a lot of times I will say yes to opportunities and then just figure out how to do these things. And I bet a lot of people would do a lot of planning ahead of time and know all this stuff ahead of time before they even apply. But I'm like, I'm just going to say yes, and we will brute force figure this out. So I don't know. Let me know if you're like me, or do you plan everything out before you even apply for opportunities? I would love to know what type of personality you guys are. But anyway, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to finish this layer. And yeah, keep reflecting on the artist. Well, it wasn't an artist talk because she's a scientist, but she has creativity in her family. Like, she talked about her grandmother during the talk. But she's like Susan's the director of like a neuro arts lab. I think they're in association with Johns Hopkins. And yeah, it's all very interesting stuff. I also find it interesting to go to these things because they make you wear a name tag, and you're supposed to like say like what company you represent and what you do. And it's like a lot of people, who work for arts organizations, right? Because this is all stuff that they can employ in their organization and show, statistically, like why people should be funding and investing in the arts, because it literally can heal and change lives. And giving people that don't typically have access to these things access is so, so important. So I understand why people who work in organizations were coming to this, because, funding is extremely important, you know, and just like the networking aspect of it. But for me personally, when I was having her sign my book, she looked at my tag and I had put, you know, that I'm a muralist, ceramicist, and painter. And she looked and she went, "Oh, you're a muralist." And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Oh, do you have like murals in Philly?" And I said, "No, here in New Jersey." And she goes, "Oh, that's really amazing." And I said how, you know, the book helps, you know, me, you know, justify to people how important it is to have public art, you know, because, you know, arts programs and stuff, they show how healing that is for people, but, you know, as well as public art, which is, you know, part community engagement, and then also just people experiencing it in their day to day, because art galleries and art fairs and, you know, exhibitions, like, not everybody has access to stuff like that, or maybe perhaps feels intimidated, but public art is for everybody and you can just experience it in your day to day. And I was talking to her about this while she was signing the book for me, and she said, "There's something very ancient about murals, like something very ancestral about it." And I thought, it's just not something I've thought about. Of course, I know what she's talking about because, you know, go all the way back to Caves of Lascaux. It's like the first wall art. She's like painting on a wall. It's like very, yeah, ancestral, very ancient. And I was like, it's a very interesting point and something I will ponder more. But yeah, we've been doing it forever, right? Humans have been painting on walls to describe their lives and, you know, showcase visual arts for a very, very, very long time, since the beginning of human beings, practically, right? So it was an interesting point and something I will ponder more. And then, yeah, the museum itself, I would like to go back when it's not so busy, because it was a very busy talk. There was a lot of people there. I was also the only person that was masked. Like, I looked around and I'm like, I'm literally the only person masking here, and I'm not trying to get sick before any of my upcoming stuff. So, trying to play it smart. But I would like to go back to the museum when it's quieter and explore it more, because it seems like they have quite a few gallery spaces there. So yeah, that was my day, and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to finish this layer, and I will show it to you guys when I'm back in the studio and working on it. Tomorrow I'm doing a small mini photo shoot to update my shop, because I want to relaunch my shop. I wanted to do a Valentine's Day shop. That was actually, real talk, what this video was going to be, was a like vlog of me getting ready to relaunch my shop for Valentine's Day. But after I got accepted into London, it's just been kind of full steam ahead. Plus I did a mural at this art B&B, which will also be in another video. So like, there's a lot of things I was like, oh, this all came up. So the Valentine's Day shop's not really happening in the original vision I had for it. Like, I was going to make work for it. But that's okay. We are going to relaunch the shop, and there are going to be some special Valentine's Day deals on there. So I'll link that below, because probably by the time this video comes out, the shop will be live. So I'm going to work on this, and I will see you guys another time to keep working on my painting.